You won't believe how these animals are the key to our homesteading success. We keep lots of different animals on our homestead, all the way from chickens to cows. And each one is important to our homestead ecosystem. And while it's not all perfect and pretty, every animal needs a lot of work and care. There's the feeding, the watering, the constant cleaning of their house, the giving of treats. I'm gonna show you guys why we're keeping all of these animals that we have right now. First up is our two German Shepherds, Rocky and Roxy, who's trying to get him to come up and play. Obviously, dogs are very important to our homestead. Right now, these two have the job of protecting our chickens, which there's not many of them out here right now because they're all eating that treat I just gave them. Hi, Rocky. And dogs have many roles on a homestead. You can have them protect your livestock, and they really do just make good homesteading companions, especially if you guys watched our last video, Is Homesteading Worth It? I talked about the isolation that can happen when you're homesteading, and dogs can really help you overcome that isolation because they're very good friends and good snuggle partners. This dog right here doesn't really have a name yet. We're sort of calling her Charlotte in honor of Charlie. She is a collie mix. She is not our dog. I just want to make that clear right now. There is a dumping dog problem in our area, and she was on the side of the road looking for food. So we picked her up, brought her home, and we work with a local rescue agency, and they're trying to find a home for her. But for right now, we are keeping her safe and feeding her until someone comes along that wants her. She is just a baby. Next up is our chickens. Now we keep one breed. We keep the Black Australer breed. They're very heavy layers. So that's what we keep. This flock, the puppy's chasing them around. This flock is for laying. We keep this flock specifically for egg production, and we also breed them so we don't have to buy them. We started out with 15 hens and a couple roosters. Now we're up to 40 hens and 3 roosters, and that doesn't count. We have some teenagers, and that doesn't count them because I haven't gone through them yet to find out which ones are males and which ones are females. It's been awesome having chickens. They're really not that more trouble than they're worth. They are great. We get so many eggs. We have a huge basket of eggs up at the house. Plus we have a thing on the counter that holds like 3 dozen eggs, and that's full too. So with help from our chickens, we get lots and lots of eggs. Plus we get to eat a rooster from time to time since we're breeding our own. And look at how pretty they are too. Next up is a new addition to our homestead as of this year, and that is turkeys. I'm gonna be honest, we don't know what breed they are. They were at the store marked as heritage. I think that they're bourbon red though. Someone let me know if you know what they are or if I'm wrong. We're keeping turkeys for meat production. We like turkey. Specifically, we like turkey bacon because I don't know if you keep up with our content, but if you do, you know that we eat biblically clean. So we like a lot of turkey bacon. I would love to turn some of these into turkey bacon. Not sure if that's gonna happen or not. We will keep some for breeding if we think that they're not more trouble than they're worth. Because this is our first year, we're not really sure yet. Some people claim that they're more trouble than they're worth, some people don't. So we're trying it for ourselves, and if they're not more trouble than they're worth, we will keep some for breeding. And if not, we will call all 5 of them. So far, it hasn't been that bad. They were escaping a lot until we clipped their wings, and now they're not escaping. But we still haven't moved them out of their baby pen, so maybe once we move them over to their adult living, they may escape more. But stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you can know how we feel about turkeys once we get to butchering age. Now we're taking a look at Joshua's quail in this massive pallet house that he built him. If you guys want to see how he built this, I'll leave that video linked below. But this is Joshua's business. So he got some free quail eggs for animal sitting or farm sitting for someone. They had quail, and they said he could collect the eggs and keep them. So he incubated them and started his own little flock of quail. I'm not sure exactly how many he has right now. I know it's a good amount, but he keeps these for egg production because he sells the eggs. And I mentioned in our last video that he actually sold his first few dozens of eggs. And that's the pretty sound that the males make. Next up is our ducks. We currently keep khaki Campbells, but we do have some new ones in the incubator, and I'm not completely sold on the breed, but I think it's crested and blue Swedish mix. So khaki Campbells are champion egg layers. So as you can imagine, we do keep them primarily for their duck eggs. Duck eggs are more nutritious than chicken eggs and much better for baking, guys. The baking became like next level when we started using duck eggs in it. So here we have 3 females and 2 males, 2 teenage males. So they don't have their right feather colors yet, but there's one and there's one, and then the other 3 are females and they're sun bleached. So they're a little lighter than they should be, but those are definitely khaki Campbells. We get 3 eggs a day, every day, like clockwork. We also keep them over here because they go through the cow's poop and they get out all the worms and the bugs, and they help it compost down faster, which keeps their area cleaner and keeps our cows free of worms and parasites. So I definitely recommend, and I know this may be controversial right now, keeping birds with your cows, whether that be chickens or ducks. But we also got ducks because we have this pond, and our cows drink from this pond. It's great because we don't have to give them water, but it is hard to keep clean, and ducks are also good at keeping ponds clean. Since we've moved the ducks in, there used to be like this film on top of our pond, this green film, and it wasn't algae. I'm not really sure what it was, but since then we've never had a film on our pond, ever. They had it cleaned off within like a week of introducing them into this area, and it's been amazing. Sorry if it's a little loud, but here we have, these are some teenager khaki Campbells we're introducing. Right now we have a dog cage over here for the ducks to stay in at night, and right now the ducks are in here because we just moved them over here, and we want them to stay in here, get used to the adult ducks, and then in a couple days we're going to let them out. If you guys haven't seen, I did a short about moving our ducks and geese over here. And that brings me to my next one, is geese. So they're the white and brown ones with the orange beak. There's 4 of them. They are American saddleback geese. The reason that we're keeping them is because we did have a predator issue with our ducks, which is why we have to put them in a cage. Because usually ducks are fine, but they were getting taken by something. We're not really sure what. And so the geese are over here to alert us if there's anything unusual happening. They also should protect the cows. Like, they won't attack anything that attacks cows, but they should like start honking and alert us that there's a problem over here. So we're keeping the geese mainly for guards. I've also been using them to weed the garden because I don't know if you guys seen, but I did show that as well. So yeah, we've been keeping them for weeding, and they're going to become guards, and then the eggs and meat will just be a bonus. You guys see it right there? That's a bunny. Sorry if it's shaky. I'm really zoomed in here because I don't want to get too close. It's so cute. I've been seeing it a lot over here. It lets us come pretty close to it. Hi there, sweetie. How cute. Next is our cows, and I'm going to go through, we only have 5 of them, but I got to go through each one because each one has a different purpose. So right here is Marigold. She is a brown Swiss Jersey mix. Highly recommend. She produces great milk, very creamy, very fatty milk, and that is her job on our homestead, is to produce milk. They also have cleared the brush over where we have them fenced in. We had a lot of brush on our property, and that's pretty much gone ever since we moved cows in here. So that's great. And there's her newest baby. We bought her with her first baby, Mo. You probably have seen him if you've been around on our channel. We butchered him last December, and he is in our freezer now. And here is her newest baby, just born this March. This is Patty, and you can probably tell by her name, but she's also going to eventually go to freezer camp. She's very pretty though too. She is her mama's breeds, and then Angus. Over here is one of our newer additions. It's a Snowball. He is a Charolais cross. He is also going to be for meat. He is a steer. So that means he is a male with no reproductive organs, so he can't breed. And we have to do this first so that they're not aggressive, as you can see. He's in no way aggressive. He's very sweet. And we do this also because we do have, like, Marigold can be bred. And then we also have Slurpee over here. That's the one standing eating grass. She can also be bred, so we don't want him breeding with them. This is Slurpee. She was born here. Her name is Slurpee because she was born on July 11th. Hi, sweetie. And she is eventually going to be a second milk cow. We are currently getting ready to breed her. Right here is another new addition. He came with Snowball. We bought them at 2 different places. They came at the same time. This is Little Moo. Say hi, Little Moo. He is a Dexter, so he is a miniature breed, and he is a bull. And his purpose is going to be to breed Slurpee and Marigold. So Marigold had artificial insemination last time, and now we've gotten a miniature bull, so we don't need to do that anymore. And he'll breed with Slurpee when she's ready. I think she's just about ready. And Marigold, they are working on it. We'll just put it that way. He's still young and he doesn't really know what he's doing, but they're working on it. And here we have some baby chicks, but these are not black Australorp chicks, even though they look a lot like it. These are black Jersey Giants. And the reason we're keeping them, someone let me know if you've ever tried this. We're raising them for meat because I read that the roosters can get up to 13 pounds and the hens like up to 9. So that's a really big bird. And if we like the meat, we would keep some and breed them. Now, if you guys want to know why we don't raise Cornish Cross or Freedom Rangers anymore, let me know in the comments below and I'll consider making a video. But right now we have 9 chicks. We're going to try this out. We're going to see how it works out. Again, make sure you're subscribed and we'll keep you guys posted on how this all turns out. Here we have 3 little khaki Campbell ducklings. This is just when I hatched. I had like 6 eggs, or it was like 5 eggs maybe that I was trying to hatch, and I got 3 ducklings. These are purebred khaki Campbells. And then, like I mentioned, I have a full incubator of those crested blue Swedish that I'm going to try and introduce into the flock. As you can see, we wanted a lot more ducks, so we just started hatching more ducks. I also just want to mention that you really do build a special bond with these animals. They're more than just pets. They're part of your family. I mean, Marigold, I'll just use her as an example because she's our dairy cow and we hand milk her every day. And that builds a really close bond with her. So I hope you guys all got something out of this. Maybe this gave you guys some ideas for maybe what you want to keep on your starting homestead or growing homestead. Let us know down below what animals you keep and why. I'm curious. I could say that this is all the animals we're ever going to keep, but I'd probably be lying, so I'm not going to. Make sure you're subscribed for more updates, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.